Hello, welcome to Colts Law. I'm your host, Lawrence Owen, and today we're going to go over this week's Colts versus Titans game. And I got some interesting news for you about this game. Straight up, the Colts have lost last couple games, and it hasn't been good for the Indianapolis Colts whatsoever. Okay, the Colts have had quarterback issues and a lot of controversy on those quarterback issues. First, we wanted Brissett back because, quite frankly, Brian Hoyer stunk up the field against the Miami Dolphins. And then we get Brissett back and he starts looking really rusty. And then we get T.Y. back for a game and he looks really rusty. And now T.Y. is hurt. And everybody's wondering when Brissett is going to throw the ball downfield. Well, you know what? That has a lot to do with not only him, but also his targets that are on the field and the play calling and what the coaches are actually telling him, because quite frankly, the coaches, Sirianni and Reich, they flat told him, hey, we'll call the plays to where you'll have some deep shots, but if that's not there, don't throw it, period, And a quarterback is not going to be able to see an open guy every play, every down. Even if he is downfield. Because he might not be his first read, right? He might be, that deep shot might be the third read because he's got a clock in his head. Not only has he got the clock for routes to be open during that running of the route, but he's going to have that clock to get rid of that football because he's got people coming at him on the defense, So he's got timing. That's all about timing. But Brissett should be a little bit more healthy this game. And he is definitely going to need some help from his team. First off, he will not be getting help from T.Y. After coming back last week against the Texans and looking really rusty. Apparently he had a setback Wednesday and he dropped right back off of practice. He's a no-go. He won't be playing this week. Well, that hurts deep threats for Jacoby Brissett. But there is a slight positive news. There is, in fact, Paris Campbell, who is questionable for this game with that hand injury that he had surgery on. Now, he is a deep threat. He's a rookie. He hasn't played that much. But it's possible, especially with the Titans' hurt secondary right now, because, Butler won't be there. Okay, they have another starter at the nickel corner, won't be there. So we'll be getting into that a little bit more. But yeah, the Titans, their defense is not looking the greatest. Let's see what I'm looking for. They got Malcolm Butler for the Titans that's going to be out. Cameron Wake, Delaney Walker, LaShawn Sims, they're all out. They're expecting Ty Smith to get in this game for LaShawn Sims on the Titans. So it is quite possible that the third wide receiver may have some options in this game or at tight end. Especially since Mo Alley-Cox, I think he's questionable. Let's look at the actual. No, Mo Alley-Cox is, I believe that says out. Hold on. No, Mo Alley-Cox is questionable. My apologies. Mo Alley-Cox is questionable. Obviously, Marlon Mack is out still with that busted hand. Paris Campbell, like I said, is questionable. T.Y. Hilton, I said already, out. Kari Willis is questionable to come back from this concussion. Rock Ya-Sin also had a couple full practices this week. That's going to be huge because, we're going to need him and Desir at the corners. But he's questionable this week. The rest of the team looks a little bit healthy. I wouldn't take too much in the loss of Marlon Mack, though. Brissett will have help on the ground game because Jonathan Williams has been lighting it up the last couple weeks. He's had 100-plus yards the last two games that he's played in replacing Marlon Mack. So expect Jonathan Williams to get a lot of carries also in this game. Even though the Tennessee Titans have a very, very solid run defense, we're still fully expect them to pound the rock and open up a little bit of the pass game for Jacoby, especially with T.Y. Hilton out and with Eric Ebron dropping to IR due to his ankle issues. Now, the Colts defense, on the other hand, has a lot on their table. Okay, Ryan Tannehill, the past few weeks, has been playing straight up out of his mind. Since October 20th against the Chargers, he has had 4 games where he's had a rating of 110, a quarterback rating 110 or higher. The only blip being on the 3rd of November against the Panthers, where in which he threw 2 interceptions. Against the Chargers, he had 2 touchdowns and an interception, 312 yards, 120 quarterback rating. Against the Buccaneers, he had about 200 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 110 rating. Against the Chiefs, a measly 181 yards, but he threw two touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's 134 quarterback rating. You're thinking, well, that's the Chiefs. They ain't got no defense. Well, on the 24th last week, they played the Jaguars. Can't say that about the Jaguars. Against the Jaguars, he had a 77.8 completion percentage, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks, and a 155.8 quarterback rating. The guy has been on fire. There was a lot of hope by Colts fans out there thinking, you know what? Maybe we will get a little bit of help, right? Maybe we get some help and Derrick Henry won't play this game because he's been hurt. Guess what? No, he's been cleared to play. So that's going to give Tannehill a lot of help because the Colts defense is going to have to focus on this guy who is just a bruiser in the backfield. Now, the Colts have done well against him in the past. Last year, he ran well, got a lot of yards after contact because he was just running over people. The last game, he didn't do as well because the Colts were actually gang tackling and hitting him low, below, at the hips and leg area rather than trying to tackle up high and also getting strips. They're more about bringing the big guy down with speed and just converging on him rather than, trying to get the ball out from a big guy, okay? So that's going to be a huge test for this Indianapolis Colts defense. Tannehill, who has been on fire, Derrick Henry, who's been just whenever he plays, has just been solid. He's had a couple games already where he's blown up about 200 plus yards. And the guy has had an absolute great year. Also, they have perhaps my favorite pick from the draft at wide receiver. I love Paris Campbell. Don't get me wrong. Love Paris Campbell. But they have a wide receiver that is absolutely good that they picked up as well. Okay? A.J. Brown is a solid target. He's been getting a lot of targets from Ryan Tannehill. He's a big guy. He knows how to get open in space. He uses his size and his hands to create yards after contact. And he's very deceptive when it comes to his speed. So it's a good thing that Rocky Sin may be able to play this game along with Desir. With that in mind, like I said, Kari Willis, hopefully he'll be able to play as well with him sitting beside Malik Hooker in the backfield. And, of course, Kenny Moore, the third corner, is just lights out for the Colts defense. Also, I want to point out that Adam Vinatieri has been perfect the last 2 games in kicking. He's made all of his extra points and all of his field goals. He's not headlining news for the Indianapolis Colts no more. And when a kicker doesn't headline news, that means he's doing his job, right? All right, well, hey, I want to thank everyone that has been sitting here watching me go over this game. I personally, man, it's going to be tough for the Colts because I haven't seen much from Jacoby Brissett in the passing game as of late. And yes, Paris Campbell, I love Paris Campbell. I think he's a deep threat, but it'll be his first game back. He hasn't played that much because he's been hurt off and on all year. He's not going to have very many big targets out there. Hopefully, Well, I'm hoping the Colts win. Obviously, I'm a Colts fan. But in this game, and I'm going to probably get ridiculed a lot by many Colts fans in this, I think this might be the game that the Tennessee finally comes in and beats the Colts. I don't want to see it. The Colts have got this big old long streak against them. I'd like to see the Colts beat the Titans. I think they can do it. But until Jacoby Brissett shows me that he can open it up a little bit in the passing game, it's going to be very difficult to pick the Colts in almost any tough defense in this league. And the Colts, I mean, this is the AFC South they're playing against. It's loaded with good defenses. So we're going to have to score at least 20 to beat the Titans when they have a couple good wide receivers. Granted, Delaney Walker won't be in this game, but they got Derrick Henry and Ryan Tannehill's been on fire. I hope they come into Lucas Oil Stadium and the crowd is very loud, and that can actually help with the Colts defense, especially on third down. Everyone watching this, please check me out on Sportscaster, SportsCaster/Colts Law USN. That's where majority of my videos are right now. I have a ton of them. Please take a few moments, go to that site, look me up, spend 30 seconds to make a profile, and click follow on me. That way you are notified every time I post a video. Now you can watch live and interact with me in the live chat. Absolutely love interacting with people watching. I like to answer questions and make comments on things that people say. It is a great time with me. I will start doing some more live feeds here on YouTube as well, but I need some more subscribers. So don't forget, hit the subscribe, smash that like button, and share this video on social media. Alright? Speaking of social media, you can follow me at Colts Law on Facebook. I have a page there. Just type in Colts Law. I am there. Just go ahead, just click if you can join. I will absolutely accept you. I am on Twitter at Colts_Law. Same way with IG. On Instagram, I'm Colts_Law. Also, check me out on all my podcasts. Anywhere you listen to the podcast, whether it be Stitcher, whether it be iHeartRadio, iTunes, Castbox, it don't matter. I am there. Follow me. Until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. This is Colts Law, and I want you to have a good one.